Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Mastermind Creations Ocular Max Perfection Series PS-16E Astrolift, their version of Shuttler slash Movor? Movor? Yeah, Movor. I think it was Movor. Yeah, Movor. Weird names. Yeah. One of the Combatrons or whatever from car robots slash robots in disguise. You see there in front of the box, so go ahead and put them off to the side real quick and take a look at that box. And yep, it is an MMC box, but very green now because, well, yeah, again, you know, robots in disguise version. You got, you know, a nice bit of artwork there, and there's robot mode all built in, and name, and he's a Space Warrior and Ocular Max and all that stuff. On top, you have a couple photos of his couple of modes. You got, again, some artwork here on the side, all the different artwork. On the side, hey, look, you have the artwork of all 5 members right there, although with him highlighted. On the bottom, of course, you have some warnings and a barcode. And on the back, you have, well, some product shot stuff and the, hey, look, a bio and tech specs if you want to read that. And of course, there's, you know, once again, you got the tech spec decoder included, which of course you can hold up to the box and look at that yourself if you want. So there's that. So that's the box. Some of the other things included in the box with the figure and stuff, and it was, of course, the instructions, which are pretty much, I believe, a reprint of the instructions. Yep, it's just you can see that reprint of the instructions from, or one of the versions of the instructions from Volatus. You can see it's Volatus right there. There's that, and of course the collector's card, which, you know, says, you know, Astrolift, and has the lift and has artwork again, and again, pictures of the couple modes and some tech specs and bio again. So there's all that. So Astrolift, again, yep, it is the third time. This is the third time I'm talking about this figure, and yep, it's still pretty good overall, although mine does have one definite flaw which the other two did not, and I'll get to that when I'll show that off in the robot mode specifically, because I have where it is. But basically a piece is broken on mine, which I'm gonna have to contact MMC about that, because I haven't had a chance to do so yet, because I need to get a good clean picture of it. But yeah, this is the third member of the team that's come out for in this particular the Robots in Disguise Car Robots deco. And the reason it took so long for me to get to this review was because I kind of decided to ship him and the other one, Fortiflex together, which, yeah, Fortiflex review will also be coming shortly. And, well, because of that, it took a while to get this guy. And then on top of that, they both took a 2-week detour to Anchorage, Alaska, so that took a while. And then on top of that, after I got them, you know, discovered this one was broken a bit, so I was debating on whether to, you know, wait until I got a fix or something. And then on top of that, all that is also just I was shoving them to the back of the queue, just because other stuff that I have not reviewed in any way, shape, or form was thriving as well. So these kind of kept getting pushed off because of that. Regardless, this is Astrolift. It is shuttle mode initially because, you know, yeah, you can see transformation video stuff. I have a picture. I've done the video of that. Pretty much this guy is identical to the other two molds. There are no differences in the regard to transformation. But in this regard though, on the alt mode, he is probably the closest to an actual NASA space shuttle out of the 3 that we've gotten so far. You can see he's pretty much majority white. He's got the black nose tip. He's got the black outlines of the wings. He's got the Combatron bits right there, but no symbol. It's got the black and white right there on the tail fin. It's got the gray thrusters, although it's only 4 because of this design. It's got nice, very nice metallic purple right there for the windows. Yeah, there is a basically black chunk right there, which shouldn't be there, but, you know, because of how, you know, something has to give for the sake of the robot mode. The other side is also pretty clean, as you can see. He's got mostly black with some bits of orange and white sticking out, but mostly black too, you know, again, emulating the real space shuttle. So there you go, and of course you got the landing gear and the rolling wheels and everything, so he does roll. And inside here there is, of course, the gun, which is being stored. So yeah, pretty straightforward on the whole alt mode thing. Not really anything I haven't already you know, talked about before twice. So there you go. So some quick comparisons, yeah, just some real quick ones. Here's G1, the G1 version of Volatus, or yeah, G1 version, you know, same basic shape, but, you know, more browns and purples. The whole that. Here's the G2 version, which was, you know, closer, in just general, like, you know, I guess I say closer to a real space shuttle than the G1 version, but, you know, still has the purple camo all over it. It has the gold windows instead. And also, I can see that now looking at them side by side. It's actually it's a more of a bone white versus a white white. So there's different shades of white there too. There's that. And of course here he is with the his teammates. And here's Fans Hobby's arch enemy, just to give you an idea there of size. So there you go. So I'm going to get this guy transformed into real quick into his combined mode, and we'll keep talking about him. Yep, the armor mode is pretty much, what you'd expect from the MMC and stuff. It's all built in once again, all that stuff. You got the shuttle bits, everything folds up pretty well. Again, the gun still folds up and hides away there. As you might see, but yeah, another thing. Yeah, of course, the hand here you can see is gold because, well, yeah, Ruination, Baldigus had gold gold hands and feet, so it's gold here. So, kind of got the weird swirly plastic thing. Hopefully, that's not a problem. Hopefully, they didn't make the mistakes Hasbro did years ago. But yeah, you got the gold hands and everything, and yeah, of course, that's the thing. Here's where also, again, this is a thing where it's like the broken part comes into play, but the good news is some of this other stuff holds this all together. Again, I'll show the broken part in robot mode. It's the easiest place to access it will be in robot mode, broken part. But yeah, yeah, overall, it comes together pretty solidly, and it looks pretty good. And yeah, again, just kind of they got the Ruination colors going on, and there you go. So again, some comparison, just real quick. Here's the G1 Voltus. You can see, yeah, pretty much the same thing. Just you can see kind of swirly plastic here too. But different colors, silver and gold. But yeah, see all the difference, the differences in colors and stuff. So there's that. And of course, here's G2 Volatus, which again you can see still also kind of the swirly plastic, a little brown color. Forgot to pull that out. But yeah. Again, you can see the purple versus the orange up here and everything. But yeah, and also still this different shades of white. And yep, pretty much all comes together the same way, and it looks same thing, just different colors. So there you go. Yep, so that's it for the combined modes. I'm going to go ahead and get into robot mode, and we'll continue this on. Okay, so this is the robot mode for Astrolift. Yeah, you can see he's largely lots of orange popping up here, but getting a little closer. They did make a couple changes. Obviously, the chest is one big change from the original mold, but the head's pretty much the same. But you got some nice, some gold eyes and some gray. The one of the big change, yeah, the chest has actually changed. It's actually changed the transformation a little bit, because there used to be a bit right here that came down into the chest from the back of the. They removed that, and now that's actually back here. You see right here, it's actually this flap. They changed where the flap is, so this kind of changes the transformation a little bit. So my little trick in the transformation of just twist it doesn't really work anymore. You actually have to get underneath and pop open this bit right here. You have to actually get underneath here and actually pop it open, because the whole just twist around will pop itself out. It doesn't work anymore because they changed the look. But beyond that though, yeah, pretty much got whites and the blacks down here and more orange, a little bit of gold right here on the torso, on the stomach, and down here you got the whites, blacks, a bit of gray, the new remolded feet, although these are very loose on mine. The feet are very loose and like to come apart really easily, but yeah, get the black and pretty much just all white and black on the back. So yeah, very different. Yeah, so that's the big difference, is the chest and the feet are the big differences in the molding. And the chest molding does affect the transformation a little bit, but really the steps are mostly the same. It's just where this flap has been moved from here, this part, you can even see the little hole there to this thing right here, which changes things up. So now which unfortunately on my little trick, which just twist it around, doesn't work anymore. So you have to be a little more creative about getting that open, but you can do it. Yeah, so both abilities also the same. You got head ball, head can left and right, up and down, waggle, ball jointed, all that stuff. This can go all the way around. That's outward. There's a bicep swivel right here. There's actually a swivel right here below the elbow. There is a double jointed elbow right here, so you can curl up that much. Yeah, the swivel below the elbow, those ones limited right to that range right there. Of course, the wrists on swivels as well. You got the fingers all individually jointed on a single hinge at the base, and the thumb is on a ball joint as well. So you got a lot of range there. And of course you got torso right there, you got ab crunch right there, hips right here. Of course these flaps get out of the way, that flap get out of the way, so you got that much forward, and that's slightly out of alignment. There we go. Yeah, you got that much forward, you got pretty much that much back, because it bumps into this thing. Outward you have full splits, and then right here you have a thigh swivel, you have a knee bend, which, yeah, you got pretty much 90 degrees. Even though there is a ratcheted one right there, you don't really get more than, well, you can get a little bit more than 90 degrees, kind of, not much more. There, and of course down here there is no ankle tilt because of how he works, and there's a toe joint, I guess. You can go down, you can't really go up. Yeah, on mine though, this right here, this is right here, if you remember the pseudo ankle joint, because there's this transformation hinge right here which has a clip. On mine, unfortunately, this left leg, the clip's broken. So right there, you see there's supposed to be a little clip in there that this bit where it goes into. Yeah, see, there's supposed to be a little clip in there inside that little thing that this clip goes into. I don't know if we see, but it's sheared off one side, so it kind of stays. But yeah, thankfully, because of how it transforms for every mode, pretty much it's held in place by something else, so it's not like it's coming loose on me. Like it holds in place pretty well. But yeah, it's not supposed to undo that. So yeah, you see on this side, yeah, see you can see the full correct one right there. So yeah, yeah, so the thing is, yeah, so it's broken on one side. It doesn't, and for me, again, doesn't affect any of the modes. All the modes stay together solidly because of other stuff. But I'm still going to try to contact MMC about that. See if I can get a replacement, because it really is, I found out I can just unscrew this bit, take some screws out, and it literally just slides out. The clip piece actually will slide out, and I can just slide in a new one. So hopefully I can do that. Hopefully it can send me a new piece. So there's that. And of course, as far as accessory, of course, you got this gun, which, unfold and do that, and go up with his hand and slot it into the hand. It's a decent connection. It's not the best, but it's decent enough. Although, yeah, it's also really easy to knock out until you got, even if you have to. It's not as good as the other two I have, that's for sure. Yeah, it's popping itself out really easily. Yeah, so it's not as good as the other two, but it will hold decently enough. So yeah, that's the articulation and the accessories and everything. So yeah, still looks really good. Just new color scheme, slight remolding, and yeah, so again, some comparisons. Getting back a little bit. Here's Fans Hobby's arch enemy. Who's, again, doesn't really want to stand for some reason. Well, I know why his toes are loose. You can see that right there. Here's next to the G1 Volatus. This is where you can really see the difference in the chest pieces. And also the toes. You can see those are different. These are more squared off versus these are more rounded. There you go. Here's next to the G2 Volatus. Again, so white, black, and orange versus white, kind of bone white, purple, and actually kind of not so much black so much as a kind of really dark brown. So there's that. Kind of very similar golden eyes though, not quite the same. Different, yeah. And of course here he is with the other two so far of the teammates. Yeah, Fortiflex is pretty much waiting in the wings, so yeah, they're just waiting on him. But yeah, Fortiflex is waiting in the wings, but there you go. Team so far. Yeah, so that's yep, that's Astrolift. Again, overall, mine has a broken bit, but I don't think that's the wrong. It's not. Don't seem to be a really common issue. I just seem to got you know, bad QC. Just it happens. There was a problem with the initial batch of them. I'm not sure exactly, but it's something that made it so you couldn't tab the legs together for alt mode or combined mode or something. I'm not sure exactly what the problem was, but like I believe it was like they put the wrong piece on the little hand bit or something on for each side, so they couldn't tab together unless you like shaved a tab or something like that. It was like, I think what it was like that. I don't know what it was exactly, but they put something like it was basically to put something the wrong part on or whatever. But that was only in the initial batch. Apparently later batch to fix that. So only an initial handful it had that problem, but I didn't have that issue. Again, mine only has the issue of the broken clip, which just seems to be just a one-off thing. It doesn't look like it's very common. You just, again, all the things I said about the previous ones in regards to mold and transformation and stuff are a hold up here. He's pretty much still a really good figure. I still really like him. He's still one of my favorites of the whole set in general. The only thing different transformation-wise is that you're going to have to work out the chest piece a little bit differently than before. And yeah, he's just also got a really good color scheme. He's very much the the one from the cartoon, the RID cartoon and toy and everything. So I really rather like him. The only thing he's missing, actually, I believe I can't remember which one. I don't remember the Japanese version, the Hasbro version had the like blast effect, like the damaged, like scored, like it was a scorched side or whatever, like the bit of brown there. So I think it was the Hasbro version, but they didn't do that replicated here. They just went not clean shuttle, which I'm fine with. So there you go. Astrolift, really good, just like his just like the previous version of this mold. So there you go. So that's it for this review. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. Hope you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my social media down in the description and at the end of the video. Check out my Coffee and Patreon. I shall see you next time with another video review.